Whoa.
That's all, man. It's just a green screen. Well, that's all.
He said that's just the green screen. That's just a green screen. Yeah, Malik. We know. But whenever y'all ready, let's get it started, brother.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. And here we go. Seeking heart, reaching knowledge, leaking seeds, sowing harvest, reaping man, real me. I have yet to leave, I'm still breathing. Look where I have no reason. I think I'm a stupid, I be trying to live my dream. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't really. It ain't no in between, baby. Looking at the sun, it's an everyday thing. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave, that's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I rest in peace. They remember me, but I am not around
Peace.
me. Peace.
What's going on, peoples? What's going on, my good peoples?
Nothing.
Hey, can you run that back, Malik? Can you run that intro back? I'm just getting my tea. I love that intro.
Yeah.
Just getting my tea.
I'm a spirit speaking, truth seeking, heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seeds sowing, harvest reaping, man, real me. I have yet to leave, I'm still breathing. Look where I have no reason. I think I'm a stupid, I be trying to live my dream. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't really. It ain't no in between, baby. Looking at the sun, it's an everyday thing. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave, that's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I rest in peace. They remember me, but I am not around.
Yeah, working like a slave. That's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I rest in peace. Hey! Malik, can you give us our Moorish American prayer, Noble?
Absolutely. There you go. Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guide, and our salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, through Ali. Amen. Ashe, Shema Malakim, Ash'ar, Islamism. Peace, 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 peace.
Peace, 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 peace. But yeah, it's a good day, man. Malik gave us a good workout as always. It's always an honor to work the physical body as we work the physical mind, because your body is the temple. Your mind is a temple. And to do what we do, your mind have to be sharp. A lot of people say, well, why you do it? We say, why don't you do it? See how easy I could just reverse that pendulum? Well, why you grind so hard? Why don't you? Because God can't live in a messed up vessel. The vessel we are supposed to be unspotted, unblemished. So if we got the breath of life in us every day to wake up, we should get up and do something for ourselves. So when we look at that man in the mirror, we love the image that the mirror portray. You can't get mad at the mirror, Malik. You feel me?
Islam. Absolutely.
The mirror only portray what you are. So one of our favorite songs, Malik, The Man in the Mirror, when you look in that mirror, do you like your image? Like, do you really? With all respect, because this ain't about nobody else. Do you like your image?
Absolutely.
Do you like what you look at?
The image of God.
Yes. Knowing you putting that work in, knowing you putting that work in, and knowing you with a group of brothers and sisters that the mental plane is a pick me up and go. Oh man, that's a beautiful thing to be a part of, man. I'm telling you, when the mind gets simple, when life gets simple, this is what people want. When life gets simple, I promise you, this is what the Magi, this is what the sages will be talking about. I'm telling you, man. This is what it's all about. You, your mind, your power. That's what this is all about. When we talk about where everything starts with a thought, or we look at others and say, well, why they got it? Could I do more? Could I? Could I? Could I? You know, could I look at my life and say, you know what? Let me evaluate my life. Let me see what my 24 hours look like. Let me diagnose myself. I had a specific topic, but man, I think I'm gonna jump around a little bit because it's so much I want to talk about today with so little time. Like, we talk about your mind, but then do you know that you are a cosmic being? Like, when I talk about the mind, and then I say, I want us to think about things and think about that essence as a cosmic being who contains everyone within it. Think about that aspect. Only one being can rise, for only one being fail. See, I'm not here to try to tell no one what to believe, but I can give the wisdom, and you can take the wisdom for what it is. If you're dealing with wisdom, if your mind is being trained in that way, because remember, I tell everybody, nothing is wrong. We just been taught wrong. Mathematics is good, but if someone teaching you 1 + 1 is 5, then their mathematics is wrong. The math is not bad. If someone say, hey man, you save $100 a month, and at the end of the year, you can have $1,200, and you say, bet, I'm gonna do that. And at the end of the year, you say, man, that didn't work. You can't say the math didn't work because the math worked. Who didn't work the math? The individual didn't work the math. You see? And that's what we talk about, having deliberately destroyed our temple. This one of our things. It's like it don't have nothing to do with no one else. This inner healing, this God consciousness has nothing to do with anyone else. It's what we always say, the triple C's. You contain everything that you need. All we doing are maps and guides. It's just like if we was dealing with martial arts and you say, well, Sheik is just a sensei. He's just the shaman. He's teaching everybody the skills for them to be just as good or greater than he. He has a dojo. We are part of this. We bring brothers to this. That's what this is all about. Everybody gets to a level at a different place of time, depending on their wisdom, depending on their, how can I say, aptitude, depending on their time. Malik time might look different than, how can I say, my time. And I'm using that as an analogy because everyone do different things with their 24 hours of their day. Some people do so much stuff, you would be like, dang. And you'll say, yep, I got up, went to work, came home, went to sleep, watched the game, drunk a beer, played with the kids, went to sleep, did it again. Nothing else. People be saying homeschooling, and I'll be saying, okay, well, where's the school at home? Because homeschooling, you have to have a school at home. It have to be on a system. It has to be communication, consistency, and accountability. No one can say they don't want to. Why? You have to. Malik don't say, oh, I don't want to do this Saturday and Sunday. Malik have to, because he's dedicated. And if he got something to do, because we all have other things to do in life, what? We communicate. Why? Because this is what we are part of this. That's why I tell people we only do things when we getting paid that we love. Because I use an analogy, if we were getting paid to do these things, we would be on time. What's more important than money? Because you create When the mind right, when the body right, you could create what? Everything you want. What you do is money. What you think about is money. Everything starts with a thought. Everything you touch is money. Everything you do is money. If we think the only way to make money is 9 to 5, then we don't understand our essence. We're supposed to create. I thought we were God. I thought we were creators. Creators create. That's what wealthy people do. Create. We're supposed to continue to create. We're supposed to keep getting on the bike, create and create. If we thought about something, we didn't do it. We go back and we continue it. Why? Because that's what we do. We create. We can do these things. We can do all things. Everything we say we can do it. I promise you, brothers and sisters, it's not that hard.
Yes, sure.
Think about this stuff, y'all. Remember, in the biblical story, the same being will rise in all of us individually. And when he does, the divine name Lord will be conferred upon the individual in whom he rose. We're talking about to know God, you have to be God. It's nothing outside yourself. And I ain't talking about walking around, oh, praise the Lord. That ain't what I'm saying. In the biblical scripture, remember the letter Paul, when he went to the Corinthians, he tells the student of those teachings, from now on, I regard no one from the human point of view. Even though I once regarded Christ from a human point of view, I regarded him thus no longer. Why? Because Paul was led from tradition to self-discovery. He was led from tradition to self-discovery. Remember, we talk about tradition. You looking for God, all this. You went on this. You went to the Islamic. You went to Christian cross. You went to this. But then when you look within, that's where you found God, Allah. Where? Self-discovery. And while determined to destroy those who believe in a savior other than the one who was taught to believe in, Paul discovered that the Christ of whom they spoke was a pattern of salvation contained within every child born of a woman. It was Paul who said, when it pleased God to reveal himself in me, I conferred not with the flesh and blood. The pattern unfolds in only one way. And Paul tried to describe how it unfolded in him. I cannot find the true detail by that description of it, but Paul does tell us to what? Imitate. Who? God as what? Dear children. So when we saying that in this context, what I'm saying is imitation of things. If the creator creates, I'm saying you can create. You can create.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Come on. This is all science. Now, in order to imitate anyone or anything, it must be seen or heard first. How can you imitate something you cannot see or hear? It's my purpose to tell us how to imitate that God essence inside. And for imitation can only be accomplished by hearing what took place and understanding. When you believe you have the power, when you believe you know, how can we imitate that consciousness whom they never heard of? When men say, well, they don't believe in this, then we're not talking to you. And how can men hear unless there is a teacher? Some say preacher, but yeah, whatever, a teacher, because the teacher teaches. Preachers can be mocked. You see? Faith comes from what is heard. We know that. People hear things and they believe, so we stay in context. Faith comes from what is heard. And what is heard comes from what? Teaching. The right way, giving examples, giving things that you could compare to. And if I say I come from out of the Father, you should accept my words because I'm showing you, I'm leading the way. And I'm telling you the truth. Then you will set your hope fully upon the promise and its unfoldment in you, because the unfoldment happens in you. When you believe in things, when you trust in things, things happen in your heart. You become vulnerable. Why? Just like in relationships. If a dude to get with a woman to have unprotected sex, you be more vulnerable with that. You can lose your life. and a person that have unprotected sex. But when we doing this, we don't even let ourselves become vulnerable in this context. I'm using it as a context. One being failed to become all, and one being is going to rise in all, as each is called according to his promise. We always called to our promise. A lot of us are called in different times, but each one of us will be called individually by the same being, by the same essence, who is rising in all of us. It ain't no different power than somebody else or someone else, like they got something, oh, my lucky rabbit's foot. Man, we can burn that lucky rabbit's foot. You the lucky rabbit's foot. You are. I don't care if you're on your knees, laying back, prostrating. You it. That's why I say we remain in this turmoil when we turn in the wheel of recurrence over and over again. When we haven't got over, how can I say, these childhood traumas. Think about this. When we say, oh, we believe in the essence of the creator within, but then we let childhood trauma mess us up as adults. Because when I was a child, I act like a child. I thought like a child. When I became a man, I put away childish ways. I can't be under the science and don't get things off of me, because I have to be a teacher. That's what we are. We teachers. We're missionaries. You know what a missionary is? We got a mission. So we missionaries. Who? Each and one of y'all. We let other people take our name. I said, brother, y'all are missionaries. Why? Because we have a mission. We are apostles. Come on. We're supposed to be telling our story from love, not convert no one, but telling our story, because it's a gift. We know this inner vision. You say, what? Yes, absolutely. And the creator within won't leave himself in the world of death. We let people, a part of you with evil. Why? How can a part of you be evil and you made in the image of God? You have God consciousness. You have the creator's creation embedded in you. That ain't no part of death. Nothing in you is part of death. But when you let somebody connotate you to their connotation and their denotation of words and their explanation of words and their transliteration of words and their arbitrary explanation of the words and their linguistic apartation of words, then that's the issue. But we can read today.
Hello, somebody.
Yes, sir, Malik. We can read today. And we have brothers and sisters like myself that'll take their time. We'll pull our teeth out as an analogy. We'll get suckle on the breast as an analogy and teach our brothers and sisters the right way. And dare anyone to challenge it. That's how bold this is. That's how bold we're supposed to be, with understanding, with truth. When we talk about standing our ground on righteousness. 1 Thessalonians 5:21, prove all things and hold fast to what is good. We should be holding fast to what is good. What? Our testimony. It's a living gospel. How can you have a gospel of somebody else? That's asinine. You see? If we would imitate that God consciousness as a dear child, we must first have a pattern from which we must follow. How can we say we this and we never heard of a pattern? This is the thing with these crazy folks where they say, well, they doing this and they don't follow nothing. That's your problem. That's your problem right there. Because you an idiot, so you following your own idiot ways. That's the problem. You don't follow a pattern. Holy men of valor, we follow patterns. Life is a pattern. This wisdom is a pattern. See, only people that follow men don't understand pattern and science in the form of masonry. They think masonry is just some European thought process or some Negro process. They don't even understand the concept of masonry and philosophy and theosophy. Don't even understand the concept of brick mason. Don't even understand the concept of working with your mind and using that contractor that's on the pencil to circumscribe the world. Don't even have a true essence of it. But you must give glory to it. And this is
eternal light.
Yes. It's a higher wisdom. What? The light. I keep telling people, light brings light to understanding. Some people only have a little bit of light. And so when you're speaking to them or when they're speaking, if your light is bright, you can see the dimness. It's like a person that's around you that they drink too much. It's coming out their pores. And they think they know something. But you know they don't know nothing. Why? Because the words that came out of their mouth. That's why. It can easily be refuted. That's why. How? From scholarship. That's how. Brothers and sisters, when we talk about doing the mold, and Malik say, oh, I got a mold of this. Well, if there must be a mold into which molten metal is poured in. If anybody work with these type of metals, this form of masonry, in order to form a casting. See, we know this. We're not stupid. Yahushua, Jesus Christ, whatever the name you want to give, is the mold, which must be perfect. As the Heavenly Father, when we say heavenly, I ain't saying in no sky, the most holy place. The most holy place is your brain. The most holy place. The holy place is your body. The quarter roundabout. The three S's. The most holy place. It must be perfected as your Heavenly Father. Where? The brain is perfect. The most holy place. Perfection is a molten state. I hope you have heard what I just said. Perfection is a molten state into which you must be reduced. Uh-oh. It's just like when we, yes. It's just like when we clay project and we put it, after we glazed it, we put it in the kiln, we put it in there to get more, to get it better, to get it in its perfectingness, to get it in its glow, to get it in its illumination process. That's what we're doing. Our physical body, when it's burned per se, is reduced to dust. So it cannot be this body that is reduced to a molten state. You see? No, it's your physical body, but your spiritual body. See, I don't diss any spirituality because I have a clear understanding we under the triple rose. See, a lot of brothers and sisters that say they sheiks and things, they just might not have a clear understanding. We don't diss them. Their level of wisdom is just where it is. But where we have a problem with things, when people diss things that they don't know. That's the problem. But with my Christian brothers and sisters, in this context, their aspect of Christianity is based upon the claim that a certain series of events happened in which God revealed himself in action for the salvation of man. It hasn't a thing to do with any individual man on the outside. Remember, because I told you everything on the outside explains things on the inside. I'll break this down a plethora of times. Paul's story, which preceded the Gospels by 20 or 25 years, is not concerned with what happens to the individual between the cradle and the grave. If the one called Jesus or Yahushua was a carpenter, a mason, a bricklayer, or a pimp, whatever, it would not concern Paul. Watch this. He was only interested in what happened in an individual. Paul knew he had awakened from the dream of life, but could not share his experience with others except in words. We are told that he spent his last days from morning to night discussing the kingdom of God and trying to persuade others concerning Yahushua. And some believe while others disbelieve. You see? And this is true today in which we live in, Malik and Nobles. When we tell our story, how we overcame, our individually, our experience are so unusual, the average person would not accept them because they have no God consciousness. They operate everything on doubt. See, everybody operate on doubt. That's the thing. They operate on doubt. See, I operate on what? The things that's above. I walk with my head up. I walk erect. I know everything is possible. Why? Because when I look at this creation and I look at all this stuff that's created, I know I can do something. And if a criminal have the ability to create some good things for himself and herself, I know a God man have the same ability.
Yes, yes, sir.
You see? This is what I'm talking about. In the 32nd chapter of the book of Deuteronomy, you were told, he has set bounds to the people according to the number of the sons of God. Therefore, every child is a garment worn by a son of God. And God will not leave one of his sons in the world of death. Rather, every son will rise individually to the realization that he is God, the Father, as it takes all of us to form that one being who is God and Father of all, You know how Voltron, when they and all that, they all come together and make one. Voltron, you get boom, boom, boom. They make up the one eye. All those.
Five pieces.
Yes.
The 5-footed star.
Yes. Yes. See, brothers and sisters, this consciousness that we can take all the good. See, when I speak of so-called Jesus Christ or Yahushua, the Messiah, I don't mean a man, but I'm speaking in this context as a pattern. Like Paul, I no longer regard this Christ from the human point of view per se. I once regarded him as such. Stay in context, but not anymore. We got to see as a pattern of salvation, which began to unfold in you and I. When you awoke in what? Your skull, in your hippocampus. Until that moment in time. You and I, we had no idea we was buried there. We was buried where? In our own consciousness, in our own doubt. How? Because it happened to me. That's how I know. It ain't nothing outside of myself. All the storms were within. This is how I prophesy a storm. Wind will possess you. And you will awaken within yourself to discover you. You will discover that you are entombed in your skull, from which you will emerge. I'm prophesying on you. Watch this. That will be your birth from above, of which John speaks. This is what he says. Unless you are born from what? Above. You cannot enter what? The kingdom of God, your mind. See, you have to be born again, not going back into the bosom. I'm prophesying. This kingdom is the new age spoken of the age. It's the new age spoken of as the age, as opposed to this age. This is the age of, how can I say, persecution of death, where everything begins and ends. We seeing it now with our own eyes. But we're talking about a birth, like in Ecclesiastics. It's a time and a place for everything. What is that? Ecclesiastic chapter 3, verse 9. While that age is eternal life, having overcome the world of death, Yahushua the Messiah. The pattern unfolds as you rise, as you become victorious into the world of eternal life. For you are the gods who came down, individualized ourselves in order to rise as the Lord, as there is no other being. You are gods. If I didn't know that you were God, when I look at you, I wouldn't tell you that. Why? Because the scriptures tell me that ye are gods. So when I look in the mirror, when I look at Malik, I see God. When Malik see me, he see God. So it's easy to see God in all our brothers and sisters. That's how we have honor with our brothers, because we see God consciousness in everyone, no matter what their dilemma is, no matter what toothpick they have in their eye. It's still God consciousness. You have to understand it. No matter what storm is somebody walking with, you are looking at God. You are looking at all levels of God. That's what the beautiful thing about God's creation is, man. You can see all manifestations of his creation in man. Are y'all rocking with me?
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
This is what I be trying to tell people. You walk back, oh, you bum. But that's still God. I bet you he got a story. I bet you listen to this story, you'll get chills. It's levels. It's still God consciousness. Until the flesh is gone. No matter what the dilemma that individual will have, that's God. I'm telling you, when we understand this pattern, when we see this birth cycle, we see this essence. We see what? When birth happens, that's God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
We can be condemned, you know, and all that, but Paul doesn't. It matters little what happens to you individually between the cradle and the grave, but it matters much if when we hear the story of salvation, we understand. For then you will break the shell and rise above all the worldly nonsense. Because we coming over the worldly BS. Watch this. Salvation story was told to us as it was told to them. That's what I be telling people. I say, you got to grasp the good. The same salvation story is good for you. You got to get the good, get rid of the rest. That's why it didn't benefit some. That's why it should benefit us. because a lot of people believe this world of death was real. See, a lot of people they get caught up in achieving greater intellect and more wealth here. But see, what I'm talking about is to receive that God consciousness. That God consciousness is a faith ethics, that is something within. It's a belief system. It's the understanding. It's an assuredness. It's the Holy Spirit. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. What I'm saying, y'all, y'all know how Paul was taught that Christ was a man who came into the world and claimed he was the Messiah to save the world. I'm just giving the story. But see, Christianity is based upon the claim that a certain series of supernatural events happen in which God revealed himself in action for the salvation of man. And when you understand these events spelled out the pattern of a man who was Christ, then you will know it was no other. Then you will know. Because brothers and sisters, what I'm saying, it takes many blows of the world to reduce you to that liquid, to that cosmic being who awakens in the grave. See, brothers and sisters, that grave is not in some cemetery, but the skull from which a storm wind will awaken you. In the Jerusalem Talmud, there is a tradition that the Messiah was born in Bethlehem, the night of the destruction of Jerusalem, and he was carried off by a storm wind. I'm just telling the story. I'm just telling you the story. So when the storm wind possessed you and I, what happened is we might reverberate from head to foot. You might feel your body shattering. You might feel certain essences. I'm telling you, you're going to awake. You're going to be awoken. You're going to find yourself in a tomb, intuitively, in the skull. But then you're going to break the seal. See, this is the science. This is the understanding. This is the light that I'm talking about. It's nothing outside of you and I. Nothing outside of you and I. I want us to understand that. Christ is the one being who fell, containing all within himself, you and I, the Christ, the foundation, the master, the able, the noble. OPACITY. Y'all know what that means?
Capacity?
Yeah. Anybody know what that means?
No, I couldn't explain it very well. I mean,
Man, I can't do nothing.
What is it? OPACITY? The condition of lacking transparency or translucence, opaqueness.
Or doubt in that context, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Doubting your abilities.
Yeah.
You go back more than it means darken.
Go deeper.
Mind, darken.
You can go deeper. You can find it. You'll find it. Go ahead, Lamar. I'm sorry.
Another one. The obscurity of sense, which is unintelligibility.
Yep.
And you also have quality or state of being mentally obtuse.
Yep.
Which is another term for being dull.
Yep. Now, remember, we know the word illiterate. Go ahead. Somebody was saying something?
Yeah, a property of absence or of substance, or an object to block light.
Just like we talk about illiterate, but alliterate. Y'all know what that means, right?
Which one?
Alliterate.
Alliterate?
Different from illiterate is, and what does that mean?
Alliterate.
That's This quality or state of being able to read, but uninterested in doing so.
And you see when we couldn't do all these things and people be complaining, we couldn't read in these times, and brothers can read today and don't even do it and then argue over things. But then you ask them where they get that from. Oh, I heard. Man, you ain't even reading. You're not reading. You're not, and then you're not part of nothing. So that it all applies. Even Sudoku. When brothers collect things and having no true understanding of it. When we was talking about white by law. And brothers don't understand it. If black had no standing in law, then what are you? What your status? You should understand your status. And brothers don't. And we play a deadly game. That's what I'm saying. The mind. All this is the mind. The mind. That's what we talking about. I don't want to stay too far, in that one level of science, because I can go all over with the mind, with your feeling. Like with your inner conversations per se that you should have. That all I've been talking about is the whole world manifestation. It shows you that we all have God's gift, and receiving a gift does not mean that we are going to use it wisely. Watch this, because now once again we're still talking about the mind. Watch this, but we have a gift. Some of us use the gift to destroy. Some of us use the gift of lying. Habitually. Everyone has a gift. Someone has the gift. And the world simply reflects the use of that gift. Think about this now. I said the world simply reflects the use of that gift. Because if you're a getting money person, you're going to be around people that's getting money. If you're a person that's a drunkard, you're going to be around people that's drunkard. If you are a junkie, you're going to be around people that junkie. It's going to reflect your gift. I ain't saying the gifts are good and bad. That's a degree, the pendulum. But I'm just breaking it down for you, showing you the level of gifts that it's all God. Watch this. Watch this. A lot of people might have read Shakespeare. So I give you an analogy of Shakespeare. In The Merchant of Venice, Shakespeare puts the words in the mouth of Portia. If to do were as easy as to know what were good to do, chapels have been churches and poor men's cottages, prince palaces. It is a good divine who follows his own instruction. I can easier teach 20 what were good to be done than to be one of the 20 to follow my own teachings. See what I'm saying? So you and I have been given a gift. See this what the God men was sit down. This what the Ethiopian rabbis was breaking down to all the other European scholars that we thought heavy. From your brother, the wisdom. And they know it's all science. It's all science. If they within the flesh, they'll sit right here. We in the chamber. And they die rich men. They just perverted the teachings. To what use have we put in? Watch this. We almost there. It's a book written in the 1st century, y'all. Written at a time of the Gospels. It's called the Hermetica. Y'all I probably sent it to y'all a plethora of times. It's called the Hermetica. Hermetica. Y'all should have it. If not, put in the text stream. Okay, see, I know. I know. I make sure y'all got everything. And that's why I say a lot of things what I quote, highlight it for yourself. Just like when I was talking about Godfrey Higgins, the analysis, Godfrey Higgins, make a note of that. It's something in there that's gonna blow your mind. You need it. That's another boom fact check for anybody coming with some crazy stuff. And the Papal Bull and the Dumb Diversus, all those booms, those are all booms. They're all tied together. And this is translated by Walter Scott. It's translated by him. It's a wonderful series. It's 4 volumes. And in these, he says, and I quote eloquently with a silver tongue, there are 2 gifts that God has given to man alone and to no other mortal creature. And these 2 gifts are mind. And what else, y'all? What else could it be? Come on. Everybody got a body per se. Everybody got a spirit.
Free will.
No, another one.
Reason.
Close.
Contemplation.
Something that y'all doing right now.
Talking.
Ding, speech. Ding, 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 ding. You are correct. And you get a card. Yes. Mind and speech, Noble Malik. Mind and speech. Mind and speech. And the gifts of man and the gifts of mind and speech are essential and identical with immortality. With immortality. And if they are used rightly, man would not differ in any respect from the immortals. Stay in context. And when he quits the body, these two will be his guide. And they will lead him to the truth of God's and to the soul that have attained to bliss. We just talk about Tantra yoga. We just talk about the peace. We could take it all the way to that level of peace. We can take it all the way there. But this is what it is. We way beyond that. We don't have no problem with none of our other Moorish brothers with the level of wisdom that they are. But that's where we are. We at a level of peace and understanding. We understand a whole nother level. We gonna be the fasting Buddha on you real fast. But he's not speaking of any outer speech. This is not any outer speech. For you and I have had this experience. We all have it. We all astral plane. We all do it. We all got that spirit molecule, that DMT inside of us. See, Malik don't need nothing to activate his DMT or to activate his Kundalini. He know how to do it. We do it with breathing exercises. Some people need holistic drugs. Some people can activate it. Some people that's use the holistic drugs just for extra activation. You know? But you have to know how to activate your Kundalini, and you have to know how to heal within. These is things, when people talk about they don't practice nothing, they don't do nothing. I love all people, and people be talking. But when they talking about all this stuff, the healing, all this, and when they get sick, well, fix yourself. You see, Malik, all the stuff they be talking, you can do this, and they tell you when they get sick and they stop speaking to things and all the stuff they saying that you can do this and do this and do this. Well, let me see you do it and fix yourself, because I ain't seeing you fix yourself.
Heard that.
I'm just keeping it 100. Ain't no disrespect. People be killing me with the asinine stuff. Well, you can just do anything and live anyway. You're going to die anyway. Okay. And you can heal yourself. Okay. Well, when it happens, because it happened to a plethora of them that talk, let me see you use the stuff and heal yourself. I'm telling you, it's hogwash. That's what I'm telling you. If it ain't certain things invested and how can I say discipline in that system, where your system is like a flush and field, where you know what you're doing. It's a lifestyle. It's a yoga per se. It's a tantra. I'm telling you. I've said these things before. We've been places. People say, yeah, it's nice to know you. And they greet you and all that. We talked about this. They say they pleased to meet you and all that. And then soon you separate, someone be like, oh, they be like, oh man, I hate Malik. He think he's something because he got abs. Yeah, you mad because you don't have none. Or he think he's something because how he walk with his head erect and his shoulders are straight. Yeah, that means it's something special about him. Yes, he's proud. He should be. But you so pleased to meet him. You see? The outer words did not conform whatsoever with what we were really thinking on the inside. I'm using that as an analogy. But see, the Creator sees this. Not the outer man. It's the inner man. That's why I talk about people intentions, Malik. When we be talking more science and we come around men that's not a part of the science, and when we see them and when we see how they operate, we see why they're not part of the BBT, because they're criminals. Every one of them. They be doing some criminality, and then when you get into the meeting, when you talk to them, they be like, oh, you got this from this. And we be like, oh, okay, well, we love you, but this is what it is. It's the inner speech that's frozen in the world around you and I. This whole vast world is frozen. It's called that frozen inner speech. What are we saying on the inside? See, that's the truth. When things don't go how people want, and when they get in a situation, they look at other people and hate them. Just imagine if you can just, boom, everything somebody was saying, you can turn it and you can see it. Oh, man, it'd be messed up when people say they love you. Oh, man, a lot of us will be hurt. A lot of us will be hurt. And that's the real deal. A lot of us be hurt because a lot of people that say they love you, just imagine if you can turn inside every time you say no, what they say about you. Or your own brother that you help and love and want the best for him. Soon as you want him to be accountable, they turn their back on you. And now you the worstest shit ever in the world. Ain't that a bleep? Ain't that a bleep? That's sick. And that's what we've been conditioned to. We don't love God. Why? Because we don't see our brothers in God when we bring God to each other. We belittle each other. We, in essence, right now, having God conversations. And then what we do when people have the lower self, confusion, and it be looking like us. We get on the internet to do that. We don't do that with no other group of people. This is what I'm saying. We go along thinking people believe us, but do they really? When you read in the 7th chapter of the book of John and the 8th chapter of John, and some said he is a good man and others said no. Same thing they say about you and I. He is leading people astray. Others say, why? He is mad and he is a devil. I've heard that from my own people. I've heard only good things from Europeans and Albions, and when I got my master's degree in Christian history and leadership and linguistics. Only from my own people that I've been ridiculed. On my own people. And I come with a message of liberation to my own people. I come with culture to my own people. And it's not accepted in our own house. That's messed up, but it's accepted in the other man's house. That's what hurts my heart. That's what hurts my heart. When I can graduate with and graduate with honors from a university speaking like this. When I fed people, I'm giving an analogy with the loaves and the fish. They loved it, getting things in the world as long as they could have things and things and things. It was marvelous. And then he tells them of something entirely different that they would go through. They would have to go through this furnace per se, but the end would justify all the furnace through which they would pass. The end would be God. They wouldn't even awaken in the end, and they would awaken as God the Father. He didn't tell them of the nature of the furnaces. He didn't say y'all finna burn. They didn't say, oh, we got to, well, nope, everything, we ain't doing this. Like, you don't even understand the science that I'm speaking. You have to be initiated. You have to go through it, just like if you're going through elementary, middle school, high school, just like if you're dealing with martial arts and you're going through different gulps and you're going through the different belts. And then you get to the black belt, and the black belt just means you're ready to learn. That's a form of initiation. Only thing he told them of the end, and they would not pass through furnaces. And passing through, they faltered. Brothers fall. They could tell exactly what they were really going on inside. What? Doubt, fear, not confidence, not sureness. All the lessons that you did with the sensei, all the mental practices with your mind, your body, your spirit, your physical discipline, your eating discipline, all that. You should have no fear. You should be ready to lay your life down for what you believe. If not, it's all in vain. Because what you living for?
Good question.
You see? As told in the 50th Psalms, if a man orders his conversations aright, I will show him the salvation of God. It didn't say if you do this, to this. It says if a man orders his conversations right. That's all it said. See, that's the power. I will show him the salvation of God. See, all you should want is the salvation of God. What you mean when I said, if I feel a certain way about you, I ain't got to say it under my breath. I'm going to tell it to your face. Why? Because I order my conversations aright. If I say you a sucker, I'm going to call you a sucker in your face. Why? Because you did some sucker stuff. I'm going to order my conversations aright. And the Creator said, I will show him the salvation of God. If one could only control these inner conversations in the day, at night, in the noon, and carry them aright in the dream world, he who know what world he is creating, then you will know. When you stop for a moment and ask yourself, what you thinking right now? See, a lot of people ain't even thinking nothing right now, ain't even manifesting nothing right now, don't even have no mantras. You are carrying on a little tiny inner speech at every moment of time. You may be in the presence of someone that the world thinks important, but you don't. And inward you are saying, but only God hears it. That's what you are actually saying. But outwardly, you are pleased to meet them. See, this is what people do. And you are flattered with the contact. But inwardly, what are you saying? When you stand taking a picture with somebody shaking their hand, but under your breath, you like, man, I hate this Negro. His breath stank. See? But won't tell him his breath stank. And he go around other people with stanky ass breath. Excuse my candor. But this is what I ask everyone to observe, man. Observe what you actually doing on the inside. That's the power, y'all. I don't want to stay too long, man. Like I said, I just had a lot on my mind, today, and it's just so many. I just got so many notes that I understand when people talk about they don't pray. I said, well, that's on you. That's on you. Because a God man pray continuously over and over. We'll walk a testimony. Because prayer is the master key. A key may fit one door of a house, but when it fits all the doors, it may be well claimed to be what? A master key. Such and no less a key is prayer to all earthly problems. Watch this. See, I got a lot on my mind. Prayer for my soul. More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. Prayer is an art and requires practice. Yeah, practice. The first requirement is a controlled imagination. See, I ain't talking about nothing when I'm giving this gospel. I ain't said nothing about no God sitting on no throne. Everything I'm talking about is you and I. Parade and vain repetitions are foreign to prayer. Its exercise requires tranquility and peace of mind. That's the science we under. The Islam that we under is peace. We're tasawwuf. We're not under no outside of ourselves. Anything outside of ourselves is true shirk. The science that we under, the Islam that we under is peace. That's why when you hear us, we say what? Peace, 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 peace. We operate under that. The essence, we're there. And when you operate under peace, you can't operate under no dogma. You see? Use not vain repetitions, for prayers done in secret, and thy Father which see in secret shall reward thee openly. See, these custom ceremonies, superstitions, invented. Just like when you see when people talk about Jesus pray like a Muslim. Well, in the Bible, there's so many ways Jesus prayed, on his knees, all this. But see, in more science, we're not orthodox. We do the al-salat. See, we don't have no problem with nobody doing 5 salats. That's for the slave. But hey, you're not connected to God. So we don't have those conversations with those that slaves that accept that slave understanding. We ain't gonna argue with nobody like that because you choose. That means you're a willing obligor. You're choosing to partake in those type of ethnicities, descriptions for yourself. I can't change that. We can change the mind when the mind is ready, and age has nothing to do with the maturity of the mind. Why? Because our brothers and sisters right now that don't understand that law governs all events, they're walking around physically alive, but spiritually and lawfully dead. This is a fact. This is a fact without a shadow of a doubt. I don't care how no one feels. You can come with all the buts you want to. And I say, this ain't no car that needs some engine or push or the little engine that could. We telling you without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. That's what we saying. And those who do practice the art of prayer are often ignorant of the laws that control it. They attribute the results obtained to the ceremonies and mistake the letter of the spirit. The essence of prayer is faith, but faith must be what? permitted with understanding to be given that active quality which it does not possess when standing alone. Therefore, what? Get wisdom. Get that female counterpart. You must get what? Sophia. That's what wisdom is in the Bible. For all the ones that don't understand, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get what? Understanding. Wisdom and understanding. It says, therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, and with all thy getting, and with all thy getting, you must get understanding. You see? And I'm just trying to attempt to reduce the unknown to the known. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to attempt to reduce the unknown to the known. That's what I'm doing for y'all. Because this is just a schoolmaster. I ain't even in the third heaven yet. I'm still going around the mountain when she come. I'm just keeping it 100 because I know I can teach it in a plethora of ways and give it so many ways. When I tell you no disrespect, no disrespect. The European, Albion, and Trelodite, whatever you want to call it, is nothing but a transcriber. A person can be mad how I said it. I'll show you. No wisdom is greater than I sitting right here in your face. They can take it and connotate it. Alan Blavinsky, Alex Crowley, Pascal Beverly Randolph, they can pervert it. You see?
Yep.
The universal law of reversibility is the foundation on which it claims our base. Watch this. We almost there. We got 4 more minutes and we done. Mechanical motion caused by speech was known for a long time before anyone dreamed of the possibility of an inverse transformation. Watch this. That is the reproduction of speech by mechanical motion. Y'all know what it is? It's called the phonograph. Y'all ever heard of that? The phonograph? See, for a long time, electricity was produced by friction without ever a thought that friction in turn could be produced by what? Electricity. And you are electricity. Why? You can rub some on your head and then shout, electricity. We are electricity. We are the commerce. Why? When 2 or more gather, electricity. Whether or not man succeed in reversing the transformation of a force, he knows nevertheless that all transformation of force are reversible. And if heat can produce mechanical motion, so mechanical motion can produce heat. And if electricity produces magnetism, magnetism too can do what? Develop electric currents. And if the voice, when we talk about that holy breath, here we go again. When you talk about, his voice was sharp like a blade. His voice, yes, if the voice can cause undulatory currents, so can such currents reproduce what? The voice. When we talk about patterns, water, patterns, crystals, patterns, it's a voice, and so on. Cause and effect, energy and matter, action and reaction are the same and interconvertible. This law is of the highest importance because it enables you to foresee the inverse transformation once the direct transformation is verified. And if you knew how you would feel were you to realize your objective, then inversely, my brothers and sisters, you would know what state you could realize. You can realize were you to awaken in yourself those feelings. So the injunction to pray, believing that you already possess what you pray for, is based upon a knowledge of the law of inverse transformation. Write this down. I'm giving you keys. I'm giving you your vocabulary. Inverse transformation. When Noble Brian could be rap, he could be like, oh man, I'm going in my inverse transformation. I'm transforming with the knowledge based upon my inverse transformation. And if you realize prayer produces in you a definite feeling or state of consciousness, then inversely, that particular feeling or state of consciousness must produce your realized prayer. Because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was made flesh. Everything starts with a thought, because all transformation of force are what? Reversible. You should always assume the feeling of your fulfilled, wish. You should always awaken within you the feeling that you are and have that which heretofore your desire to be and possess. This is easily done by what? Contemplating. I didn't say procrastinating. I say contemplating. Write these phrases down. You must contemplate. Cross your T's and dot your I's. Contemplating. All energy is good. Somebody say, well, narcissistic behavior is not good. Yeah, when it's in a lower context, when it's in the right spirit, narcissistic behavior is good because it transforms to what? Contemplating, dotting your I's and crossing your T's. That's what it is. We're taking all this energy and transforming it. All energy is good when it's in a good vessel. You transform all those energy to what? Positive. That's what the God essence have. You can take all energy and transform it to a positive. It's energy. It's all God. The joy that would be yours, where your objective and accomplished fact, so that you live and move and have your being in the feeling that you wish is already realized. See, as I close, brothers and sisters, the feeling of the wish fulfilled is assured and sustained, must objectify the state that would have created it. This law explains why faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, and why he called things that are not seen as though they were, and things that were not seen become seen, my brothers and sisters. That's the analogy. That's the parable. That's the science. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and continue feeling that it's fulfilled until that which you feel objectifies itself. I leave you with this scripture. If a physical fact can produce a psychological state, a psychological state can produce a physical fact. If the effect A can be produced by the cause B, then inversely, brothers and sisters, the effect B can be produced by cause A. Therefore, I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye have received them, and ye shall have them. That's Mark chapter 11, verse 24. And I'm going to stop right there. I'm at my hour mark. I give gratitude and honor. Next week, we're going to talk about the dual nature of consciousness. We're going to break it all down. Next week, we're going to talk about the dual nature of consciousness. We're going to paint a beautiful picture for you all can see. Any questions?
Nope.
Two. Absolutely. Absolutely. I give gratitude for your time, and I give gratitude for brother or sister who is Magi, Carchemist. I give gratitude for everyone that took the time here. I give gratitude for everyone that give donations, and those that may not have to give donations, but have it on their heart and spread the message. I give you honor as well. I give you honor and love. And I know when things change, if you like what's going on, we will hope you support the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School with a monthly donation as we proceed to continue to build our brick and mortar again. Prayerfully in my city of Flint, Michigan, and prayerfully in my other Mufti city in St. Louis, where it's needed. But we can do these things, and I give honor and love to everyone. And like I said, if anybody got any questions or anything I can do for anyone, if not, man, once again, thank y'all for your time. We had a good workout. Please share this message with people. Please share our page. Share it with your friends and family. We need all Moors and true light seekers to support us, because no one is going to give us any finances for us to have our temples and schools. We can do this with the money that we have, that we give it Uncle Sam, and we get in a tax return. We can do this. And I think we have to trust someone that's real. We haven't been hustled by these individuals that say they're going to open up a school and collect millions. I haven't been hustled by those individuals. You haven't. I don't follow these niggertainments. I just try to tell you, whoever doing this is what happens. And I've been factual of everything since y'all, before everybody know me. You can go from the beginning of my YouTube page, what I've been telling people and what I stand on. and what I've been giving. You can Google me. You can Google Sheikh Khari Goodman Bey. You can Google Minister Khari Goodman Bey and see all the work I've been putting in all over. All the kids I've been taking to the Phoenix Suns games on my own platform, in the museums, going to the prisons, all this stuff on our own dime. I know we can do this, and it won't hurt none of us. And I'm going to continue to encourage us because I love my people so much, and I know what we can do. Why? When the energy is right. Why? Because we saw what we can do when the energy wasn't right, and we were convinced that something good was going to happen, and it didn't. But that don't mean we stopped falling in love because our heart was broken one time, Malik. We keep looking for love, and we continue to get smart with what we're doing. But we're gonna keep looking for love. Why? Because we are love, and this is what we're supposed to do. And I give y'all honors once again, my nobles. I have to always brag about my brothers. I give y'all honor because I didn't grow up with y'all. Y'all didn't grow up with me. We didn't go to high school together. Look how long we've been rocking. I love y'all. My family love y'all. My mama love y'all. My empress love y'all. Y'all, my house is open to y'all. I'll give my last. So I think this brotherhood so important. Even the children, my essence and what I'm doing, I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this for us. So when our flesh is gone, the teacher can say, man, Sheik them, Malik them, the BBT, Lamarck, Alonzo, Amaso, Brian, Dantes, Drayshawn, and the rest of the movies. Look what they did. Look at the library that they have. Look what they did. Look at the martial arts class they got. Look at the skill trades they got going on. Look at the mentoring they got going on. All that stuff we got going. Look at the skill trades. That's what we offer in our community. Look at the basketball, the mentoring, all those things what we can do in-house. That's what that's what the donations can do. And I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged so much to continue to send us, brothers and sisters. Please support the BBT, not only with your time, but with your finances, and hold me accountable. Because I promise y'all, once we raise a tittle of what others raise, you're going to see what we're going to buy right in my city of Flint. Because see, the city of Flint is like a spark. It's like the hardest rock. And once you get a spark, that's it. And in my city of Flint, where it's calamity and where it's war, it's always time for building. I'm telling you, in my city of Flint, as I show y'all, as I've been being transparent with my muftis, I'll show y'all we can have something magnanimous for a couple $100,000. And one calendar year, 300 people giving $100 a month is $360,000 a year. We'd go buy a temple right there and turn it to the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. Have our library, have our infrastructure. Brothers can start moving to the city. As I start buying houses in the neighborhood, as I'm doing right now, moving our brothers into the communities as homeowners. I'm already doing this with my own little pennies. I do it with Land Bank. Y'all seeing me, my mufti seeing me. I have a blueprint and an idea, and I've been doing this for years. Nope, we come in our community and do this. That's the Great Migration. We adopt the neighborhood where it's calamity, and we take it over. We patrol it. We buy things. We have our temple and school in the neighborhood, and we buy the houses and fix them up and make our brothers and sisters homeowners and have our religious community. That's what I do with these dollars be collected. It's only a little for the head. It's just like any organization. This is an organization. I'm transparent. We have a organization that's tax exempt from the federal government, religious and charitable and scientific. I have to speak this way because I'm trying to show my brothers what can be done, what's already been done. While we're looking at them like they hustling someone, they not hustling no one, because the people that they talking to and giving a spiritual essence to, they believe in it. They putting their money into it. So all I'm saying is what we believe in, why don't we do the same? Why don't we model the same? The blueprint is not messed up. The template is not messed up. That's why I say the template is there. All we have to do is fill the template and then sit back and be like, yes, Sheik was right. Well, all we got to do is do this and hold him accountable. It didn't hurt us. It don't hurt nobody. I know people. I was just in the Scottsdale Mall, Malik. It's a Balenciaga store. I seen a whole bunch of Negroes buying these Balenciaga shiny shoes for $1,400. $1,400, one pair of shoes. And the mugs look bent up, upside down. It's like you be walking like whoa.
Exactly.
And I'm just saying, when we say we can't do and all that, I'm just encouraged, y'all, because I'm looking at a model and I'm talking to these scholars and these professors that I had the joy to sit under when I was getting my degree. Said, you just talking about the stuff that we're doing what you're talking about. They're like, we're doing what you're talking about. That's the only difference. They just doing what we're talking about. They are just doing what we're talking about, and they like, it ain't hurting us. because they split their money 3 ways. Yeah, I know, Carlin. This is what I be telling people. Yeah, and I know people that spend that in 1 month, and then they might do it in the next month, go buy another pair. And so in 2 months, you done bought 2 pair of shoes for $1,300 a piece. And you telling me we say we love this and we can't take that same motto and tell our loved ones? See, this is why I love and I encourage so much, because I've been in part of organizations. I know the power when people come together. I know the power of encouragement and influence when the people can do things, when you don't have to complain. I know 300 people giving $100 a month is $360,000 a year, and that's tax exempt for the federal government. And then you do that each year. You do that continuously. So the building is paid for. No, they ain't gonna be hot. But that's how we wasteful when I say we have it. Carla, when I say we can build our infrastructure, we can have our own warehouse and studio in our temple and school where we designing our clothes. We already got Moore's Haberdasher, our noble Alonzo that create. So in our temple, we'll have all that in-house. We have a computer lab. We have a big area where we got all the print presses, where we got all the young people and whoever that's design. So all the clothing, the temple stuff and all other gear, we create our own. We have our own tea shop and our own coffee shops and we have our own food trucks. This is what I'm saying. The infrastructure, a religious community. You don't have to indulge in nobody else's things because the religious laws trump all things. Our religious rights trump everything. This is what I be telling people. They say they don't have a religion. Well, my religious rights trump everything. I don't have to assimilate with other things. I have a religious affidavit. My muftis, I give all my muftis a religious affidavit. This is what I be trying to tell people. Our temple and school ID don't replace nothing. This is what I'm telling people about the power of what we have right here. We have power just like the Mormon, just like the Jewish church. I'm telling you, because we have the right, just like a college, we have school ID. And if any of my brother get in trouble, then who they call? The head. The head, like myself, as a religious head, can come on an OR bond, on your own recontance and say, hey, this person going to be, how can I say, you're going to relinquish this individual in my under my auspices, and he's going to do this. I'm going to make sure this is right. I'm telling you the power of what our religious laws have, and we mixing it up because these brothers are acting like rogues. They don't want to be a part of nothing because we got certain people that just cultish and they don't understand and say, when I'm a school, it's a plenty of schools. I'm teaching. I have to teach, just like any other school. Oh, well, man, I don't like Harvard, but you like Cambridge. Oh, I don't like the University of Michigan, but I like Michigan State. We ain't talking about the sports. We're talking about the wisdom. Any of those schools are good for wisdom. So why are you going to diss schools of thought? You see how idiotic a person will really get when you start thinking on a whole level. You be like, you dissing a school of thought. Why would you diss the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School? And this is a school of thought. This brother is teaching. This brother is a real educator. See? This is what I'm saying. We do this. And I said, brothers, we have to sit down, brothers and sisters, and look at what we have going on. I'm not talking about nothing complex. People got paid to keep these things from you. I almost got paid to keep these things from you. I'm gonna always be transparent. I tell my muftis. I had a plethora of times where, oh man, if I sign this, it's contingent on X, Y, Z. And I told my muftis. And my noble Malik was like, man, you're gonna give all that up? And I say, yeah, I almost did. But my noble, no, I can't. Then I just be doing it for money. And I feel the people can make us do. I feel the people we can do this. That's how I feel. And I'm gonna stay with it. Why? And I'm gonna work into my flesh going, I know right now, us as a people, we can do this. I know this. Because when one brother teach one brother, then that other brother get a brother. And then that other brother get 2 brothers. And then those 2 brothers get 2 more brothers. And then those 2 more brothers get 2 more brothers. And then those 2 more brothers that got 2 more brothers get 2 more brothers. And those 2 more brothers that got 2 more brothers that got 2 more brothers get 2 more brothers. This is what I'm saying, the importance of what I'm saying. This is what I'm telling, brother. We need to be resurrected. This is what I'm saying. We've been taught wrong. We have the tools. This is what I'm saying. That we don't have to destroy none, brothers and sisters. We have the tools. We want our kids to go to college to get wisdom. Well, college of wisdom is right here in your face. We still ain't picking this up. All that stuff on the internet. Let me say something. They ain't even know anybody on the internet. They ain't even know if they on the internet. They ain't Illuminati. See, this is what I know. Nobody on the internet. It's just people playing. They just trolls. See, this is what I know. See, I know this to be true. That's why I be telling people. I be like, dude, that's just a person on the internet playing that went on Amazon and bought something. They ain't no real Illuminati. Yeah, I know. See, that's why I like to have this conversation. It's just somebody playing. Don't know real God, man, put on there no Illuminati. Because really, it ain't no stuff. They ain't no Illuminati coming at you on no internet. That's why I be telling people, any European with that crap, with no disrespect, it'd be easily be humble with all love and all truth. Yeah, that's nothing. Anybody can get a car. Anybody can make a car. Just like these Moors be making ID cards. You got all these Moors that got these travel ID cards, but it ain't Moorish Science Temple. My temple, we got our own school ID. That ain't nothing to make a card. The Moorish, just like my Moorish Science Temple of America ID, then you see all these people, Moorish Science Inc., all this crap. That ain't nothing to make no card. See, and another thing, our prophet tell us, stop flashing your cards. A God man will never show his card. And that's one of our declaration and proclamations in the Moorish Science. When I be checking brothers, I say, stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your ID is for salvation. Failure to obey these orders would be of severe consequences. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these orders are violated, justice must then take its course. So number one, any God man that's a part of something would not flash their card. That's a violation. And that's just a phony. Because if it's real science, that's just a phony. I know these for as facts. They phony.
Okay.
Anybody got any questions? People ask questions. So, like I said, class is over. I always like to answer questions when people say things, because we are here. We are here. Nothing about science should be crazy. This is what I tell people. How can something so good be so bad? How can just like I use like this. I went to University of Texas. You went to the University of Texas State, and I'm gonna come at you a certain way. Like, that's fascinating. That like this stuff is a joke. Like the stuff be a joke. The internet, like I said, the internet is a joke. Do you see me in somebody's internet because somebody may feel a different way? Do you see me jumping on Freemason's page that may feel a certain way? Why? What energy is that? What reason have anybody do that? It ain't real. Ain't no Illuminati on no internet. And if they were, it's just cap. It's just cap. I'm a spirit.
That's just a word thrown out there. People don't understand what it means.
Yeah.
Scientifically.
It's the internet, but we are the enlightenment one. It's a joke. And that's all I want us to stay. So we should stay with light. And that's another thing I think Malik is conferring to as well. When we in this science, when we around wisdom, we should be slow to speak. That's the thing. It's just like when you become a student and we taking martial arts. I'm just like a martial art. I love watching old Kung Fu movies. And you come and you watch it in the window, learning a couple moves that Malik doing. But this is what Malik do. He in the dojo every day. And then you go out in the world and try to emulate Malik and get your head knocked the hell off your shoulders. Emulating Malik. They like, he think he knows something. So he goes out puffed up with pride, but then get beat up by someone that may have been doing it all their life. And I'm not saying that individual is fake. I'm saying it's fake where a person come at a person like that. That's fake. But a person could be real. A person could be that. People goofy. But what I'm saying, when you're under the right tutelage, no one comes at you. 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 And see, this is what I be telling people. I said, no one comes out about how could they know what you connected to. No one comes at my brother when they know, why? Because they know what we do. We ain't changing nothing. It's no science. I tell people, it's no science that you can think or you can get that any Mason or anything is going to come to you anyway without you being able to shut the light out. That's how all my muftis knows that have been with me. That's why I say brothers need to be students. You ain't got to be a member. But a brother, when you're a student, that means a person can have those close conversations. They can get in these private Zoom teachings that brothers don't get. That's what's getting ready to pop back off when we go into the adapt chamber. That's what a lot of common people don't get, because the most stuff that people getting is schoolmaster stuff I already done said before. And see, and my muftis can attest to this. I just take the same thing and repackage it because I know most people haven't heard of it, just like if I was teaching different students going through different semesters of school. Now, this year, we're getting ready to get privately. I got a whole private teachings that I ain't even broke down with my muftis. And that's what students get. And this is what I tell people. I say, this is how simple it is. When I tell people to donate $100 a month, you get so much with that. That's what students are about. That's all it takes for all brothers come in, because my muftis donate more, and people can't even come out $100 a month with all the wisdom and all the extra books and all the wisdom. And I walk you through, I hold your hand of wisdom and build the man up to be perfect in all his essence and all his beings. That's cheaper than a cell phone bill. And you telling me this wisdom ain't worth a cell phone bill? I know Negroes' marijuana bill is more than $100 a month. I know some Negroes' marijuana bill $400-500 a month. And we say we Moors, and then they say, "Oh, he talking about money." Oh, so you think the prophet didn't have offerings to keep to do the work that he need to do to print the literature and do all this? That's why he asked for donations for the Moors Quran. That's why my books, I say, if brothers and sisters support what we're doing, we have it all. This is what I be telling people. People be, no disrespect, I don't think we be using our brain, because if a person say sign me up and I say, well, okay, it's $100 a month, and then the person be like, well, yeah, and I say, well, that's all I'm asking, my brothers and sisters. So if you miss it, if you miss the live teaching, then what? The lessons can be what? Emailed to you. And you can do the lessons on your own, just like if you was going to academia, just like if you was taking an online class. We've been doing this for a long time. Our stuff is recorded. So if you can't come to the physical class and you a student, then the teaching will be emailed to the student. That's all it is. It's $25 a week, and it's tax exempt from the federal government. You're going to get a tax exempt receipt at the end of the year. Just like if you was going to a church. That's what I be telling people. People would donate Noble Carlin to a church more than that and ask them what they get from the church. Ask them if they get any business teachings, any other personal teachings, any academia for their kids, for themselves, any books that cost out, any other thing. No, they get nothing. And then at the end of the year, when they donate all their money, they don't even get a tax exempt receipt. They don't even get to use the tax exempt status of the organizations that you part of that's allowing it to be tax exempt for the federal government without the people, because the people is the organization. So the people should be able to use the tax exempt status just like the head. So when my brothers go buy things, they be able to use the tax exempt status. Why? Because that's what the body is. If those organizations, you go to a store and they say, hey, do you take tax exempt status? And they say yes, you give them your information. This is not hard. And I know what I'm saying, because everybody say, they be like, "Sheik, what you asking for is not hard. All I need is my people. I know what we can do. And all everybody got to do is hold me accountable. We'll have our brick and mortar in 1 calendar year. And then we'll continue to build our temples in my mufti cities. The next stop will be St. Louis. The next stop will be wherever the other mufti is ready. But that's what we doing. We're going to mess around and have temples in all my brothers' area code. That's what I'm aspiring to, what the Holy Spirit has put on me to work on and put us to work on, my brothers in their specific area, for you can be like in your area, so I can start traveling to your cities. That's what this is all about. I got brothers in 7 different states, man. I need to be hitting y'all area every other month. I need to be coming to y'all area. We need to be having to speak. We need to be talking to the people, broadcasting. I need to be in area, wherever Carlin at, whoever. I need to be in these brothers' areas. We need to be putting it on and be like, "Sheik, okay, we got these donations. You come in here, teach this, give all this stuff, boom, boom, boom. Do it right way. Do it the right way. And show people that we can do things and offer true teachings, education." So with that being said, man, once again, that's all I got. But I love the wisdom, but we got to put some money behind some things. And we got to spread the message. And we got to tell our loved ones too, y'all, to support. Because they giving their money away to Uncle Sam as well. Why they say they love what we doing. But under their breath, I don't want to, I ain't finna help. I ain't finna give them that money. I'm giving them something. But you're not giving us nothing. You giving it to Uncle Sam. And I can't wait till my dad. I'm gonna have my dad come to class next week so he can testify. He said, y'all giving your money away to Uncle Sam. My dad, one of my biggest supporters, and then he got audited because he gave more than what he gave one year. They just wanted they were like, it don't matter. Just prove what you're doing. I give them all taxes and receipts. That's what I'm saying. We giving it away to Uncle Sam, and we can cipher it to our religious and charitable contribution of our choice. And all we got to do is get his taxes and receipt. And $100 a month is way less than what we paying. That's a small fraction. So we could give way more to our religious charitable contribution of our choice if we choose to, and get a tax and receipt. We can file exempt. Why? Because once you figure out what you're willing to pay, just like at a job, they say you're gonna take this much out your check, this much out your check, this much out your check. You think you're getting a tax return, but you're getting a title. You can file exempt, just like some people be filing exempt for 6 months, then they do it again. You can file exempt if you know what you're doing. Or you can just say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna donate this percentage, and the rest I'm gonna donate to this, but whatever you choose to do. And that's how we can build our temple. I'm telling y'all, man, it's not hard. I love y'all. Thank y'all for your time. Thank you, Malik, for always being a map. Thank you, Lamar. Thank you, Drayshawn, Maso, Brian, Alonzo, Dates. Thank y'all loved ones, y'all mothers and y'all fathers. I want to give honors to my brother Demetrius, in the passing of his mom. I give you honor, brother. I'll probably be having to go back to Flint after we come from Vegas, for that home going. But I give y'all honor, and take care of yourself, man, and do something serious and support the BBT. Thank y'all. Can somebody give us our Moorish American prayer and benediction and take us out?
Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guard, and our salvation by night and by day. This holy prophet, Drew Ali, Amen, Ashay, Shalom, Alakim, Ash'ar, Islamism, peace, 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 peace.
Anybody got our benediction? Anybody got our benediction? Anybody? Nobody don't? All right. Thank you, Noble. Take your time. Take your time. Got it?
No, not yet. Hold on.
Okay. All right. All right. I know I got it. Hold on. I got so much stuff up.
Put it in my notes. I forgot what I put it under.
You forgot it.
No, I forgot what I put it under.
Oh. Let me see. Oh, don't. Dang, my internet tripping. Nope, you don't got it. It's all right. It's all right.
Dang. I'm gonna go crazy looking for it now.
Uh-huh.
I said I'm gonna go crazy looking for it now. I know it's in here.
Yeah, I didn't even pull mine out. I got it though. Dang. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on.
I only got 5% on my computer, so.
Hold on.
What we gonna do it?
Hold on. I think let me see something. Hold on. I can't find my damn phone. Phone ding. Oh well. Saying nobody have it? Maso ain't there?
Nope.
What? Let me see something. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
May the benison of Allah be upon thee and thine always, as thou shouldst strive to be a credit to Allah. Make haste to bestow thy acts of love upon all thy brethren, and doest thy best to shun thine evil ones. Remember to take suckle of the breast of knowledge, wisdom, fortitude, charity, love, and all standing, that ye might nourish the souls of all men. Let the truth be thy shield in the manifest battles of falsehood. Knowest that now we need not pick the lock to the gates of paradise by means of petty or criminal theft. For behold, the key to salvation already rests within our own hands. And yes, even though a portion of our nature is weakness, instability, and inconstancy, there is still the greater part of our nature that is divine. May Allah protect thee, guide thee, preserve thee, and give us everlasting peace. El Rahman, El Rahim, Yahak, Ya Muhammad, Ashe, Islam, peace, 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 peace. Malik, you've been clowning with your avatars lately, man. You've been going ham. Gratitude and honor, man. Take us out, Malik.
You got it. Here we go.
Yeah. I'm a spirit speaking, truth seeking, knowledge seeking. You got us? You got us. He said his computer died. Someone got to close this out. Y'all hear that? Lamarck? Anybody get that? Malik said his computer died. Meow, meow, meow. Anybody there? I think Moso. Noble Moso. Somebody there. Well, we got to get out of here, man. There we go.
MyPDFBooks.com. That's books with a Z.
Once again, this broadcast has been brought to you by MyPDFBooks.com. That's books with a Z, where reading fundamental. Also brought to you by FindingBooks.com, where treasures are found. Be sure to get all of your teas at My Son's Teas, the tea of teas, divinely prepared at herbsandmyaunt.com. Be sure to check out all of those musical stylists by Brian Hicks Spade at bhspademusic.com. For your everyday items and religious regalia, be sure to check out MorrisHaberdasher.com. And for the everyday especial Morris strip, be sure to check out MorrisSachi.com. And all of these companies are powered by ALO Design Pros. Design your online business strategy today.
Such thing as failure, baby. Don't forget who made you.
Hey,
You can't be thinking minor when you need to be thinking major. They made you think they saved you, but they
Can't nobody say you. Peace.